knew that Wonder Woman's greatest nemesis wouldn't be her arch-rival, the cheetah, but rather those humorless harpies who comprise the rank and file of radical feminism. Now, the Menzoid doesn't like to say he told you so. Actually, what am I saying? I'd love to tell you I told you so. That's because astute viewers of this space may recall an October rant in which I said Wonder Woman's appointment as a UN ambassador for empowering girls and women would not go over well. I speculated that Wonder Woman's assassin would be those Islamic UN members who aren't keen on championing those women who are strong and empowered and wear form-fitting haberdashery. Besides, in the current DC comic book storyline, Wonder Woman has been reimagined as a bisexual, and that's a no-fly zone in Muslim countries too. Well, sure enough, less than 2 months after her appointment, Wonder Woman has been sacked as UN ambassador. However, it wasn't radical Islam that vanquished Wonder Woman, but rather that inexplicable ally of radical Islam, radical feminism. Predictably, it was Wonder Woman's iconic costume that prompted the angry backlash. Apparently, some United Nations staffers started an online petition that received more than 44,000 signatures calling on UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon to fire Wonder Woman. Here's what the petition stated, quote, "It is alarming that the United Nations would consider using a character with an overtly sexualized image at a time when the headline news in the United States and the world is the objectification of women and girls," end quote. As a side note here, folks, why is it every time I hear complaints about overtly sexualized clothing, it's being uttered by a feminist that nobody wants to see wearing overtly sexualized clothing? But I digress. The authors of this petition went on to note that Wonder Woman's costume wasn't just too sexy for their liking, but that it also featured an American flag motif. Oh, gracious. That means deploying her as a role model could be culturally insensitive in certain parts of the world. So there you have it. Female empowerment is fantastic and grand, as long as those females don't flaunt their sexuality or, for that matter, their nationality. Such a shame that Wonder Woman's costume isn't the black, shapeless fabric coffin that is the burqa or the niqab. Then perhaps the feminists wouldn't be so offended by her legs or cleavage, or for that matter, her face. So next time the UN opts for a fictional superheroine ambassador, allow me to make a suggestion. Sue Richards, aka the Invisible Woman. Her cloak of invisibility means that no one can see her, and thus nobody can be offended by her costume or her figure or anything else. And if chosen, hopefully the Invisible Woman will keep her mouth shut too. Then she'd be the perfect symbol of female empowerment, at least as far as the feminists and the Islamists at the United Nations are concerned. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Like what you just saw? Then click subscribe below and never miss another Rebel video.